In this step-by-step video tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how you can combine Survey123 with Integromat to automate email notifications every time a survey is submitted. Using the early adopter program of the Survey123 website, you will notice that we have added a settings option for every survey in the gallery. If you click on it, you will be able to add what is known as a webhook. A webhook is nothing but a callback URL that is going to be invoked every time a new record is submitted. Through the event data section, you can control what payload goes along with this callback URL. The basic idea with a webhook is that an external system to Survey123 will take that invocation through the callback URL and do something with it, such as sending an email. And that's where Integromat comes into play. With Integromat, you can visually create scenarios or workflows like the one described here. These scenarios can be triggered from a Survey123 webhook and can leverage connectors to multiple systems such as Google Sheets, Gmail, and many others. There are multiple pricing plans for Integromat, although for my demonstration, I will be using the free tier. For your convenience while building new scenarios, in Integromat you can select from a wide array of business connectors. Here you can predefine the list that you plan to use in the workflow. In my case, I'm going to select the Gmail and also the webhook connector. In the future, we plan to include a Survey123 connector here, but for now, I will go with simply a webhook connector. By clicking in the center of the flow, you can now select the webhook, custom webhook, and then create a new webhook. Let's provide it a meaningful name. In this case, it will be the Survey123 incident submitted. And then as soon as you click Save, Integromat is going to create a unique URL, which is the exact callback URL that we need to bring back into the Survey123 website. So back in the website, let's set a name for the webhook, in this case, Integromat email action, the payload URL, which I got from the Integromat website, and then select the trigger event and the payload that I want to send and process within Integromat. As I save this, your survey is being basically configured with the webhook, so every time you submit, the URL is invoked. At this moment, I'm going to run my scenario. This basically puts Integromat in listening mode, listening for the webhook coming from Survey123. So I'm going to basically submit data, and the data should come to Integromat. And here you can see the feature with its attributes, geometry, etc. And now we can have fun and use other modules in Integromat to send the email. So a basic workflow here would be getting the Gmail module and say I'm going to send an email. So now I connect them, and next I'm going to configure my Gmail connector. So I need to connect to in this case, my Gmail account, which I already did, and then add the recipient. So the recipient would be that. And I'm going to add this. And then in the subject, I'm going to set something like incident reported with priority, and then the priority I'm going to pull from the attributes of the submitted feature. So I'm going to get severity. And then in the content, I can use HTML here. So I'm going to do bold and say priority, close that, and then get again the severity priority, break the line, and then add the comments. And then I get the comments. Where are the comments? Here they are. and then break the line again. I will add a space. I can also pull other data from my GIS features, such as the XY location, which I could use, for example, to build a link that launches a web map and centers the web map in that particular location. I can also do things like submitted by, and then use the user info to get the first name, add a space, and the last name. And the user info is actually the information about the user that was logged in when the data was sent from survey 123. I can even get the email address of that person submitting the data. Anyways, at this moment, I'm going to say OK. Then I'm going to run it. And once running, I will come into my survey. This is my second test. Submit. And then wait for Integromat to do its magic. So the Gmail has been sent. So let's come here. And there you go. Incident reported with priority high. And then the comments. This is my second test submitted by Ismail. You can build much more sophisticated workflows, of course. For example, you can set a filter. And filters are interesting because in this case I can say that only if the severity of the incident is equal to high, I'm actually going to send that email. Using the flow control tools, you can do repeats, you can iterate, you can do routing or branching, and of course you can now take advantage of the many modules in Integromat to do other sort of things. You can make calls, send SMS messages, store records within Google Sheets, or many different things. Once you are happy with your particular flow, you can come here into the Scenarios tab, saving the changes, and then make sure that your particular flow is actually active. Once active, which you can do right here, the flow will trigger absolutely every time that Survey 123 submits a record from either the web form or the native application.